Alright guys, so it's been a while since I've made a video, and the last time we talked I had an Eclipse and a 240, but those are long gone. This is what I'm rocking with now. A little backstory: I actually bought this car for $280 with a blown motor, and I ended up swapping in a new motor for $300. I did the swap myself. I wanted to video that, but there's just too much going on at the time. Well, anyway, so it comes with these disgusting wheels, and I went ahead and I bought G35 Infinity wheels, stock 18s. They're like the Ray's Mimic. So these are them. This one I've actually done the repair on, but as you can see, there's a little bit of body filler in these cracks. Obviously I'm gonna have to get the wheel rebalanced, but for the most part these were all scratched up. You can see here kind of the discoloration that was crack, but if you rub your finger over it you can't even feel it. So really important when you're trying to, paint a wheel and you want it to look good. This is the finished product. So this wheel was actually curbed all the way around, but if you look, you can't even see any kind of, you got some imperfections here. I'm not going for perfect here, but I just got a good deal, and it came with brand new tires. The other ones are down there, so it's a little rainy outside, so I actually can't finish it today. But yeah, so for anybody trying to do it, I typically would get 60 grit to get rid of the Bondo, because it just sands Bondo real good. But the first step is to give it a nice light sand with probably about, what did I start with? I got 1,000. I started with 320 and worked my way up to 1,000. I got 1,500, but I didn't really need that. 1,000 was enough to give it that nice smooth feel for the primer to stick. So you give it one light coat of sanding to get rid of any kind of paint. Now these are factory, so I went down pretty much to the primer in most spots. The factory primer, which is this black you see, they're originally this kind of silver here. And I would have liked to keep them that color, but the problem is when I bought them, you can kind of see some discoloration there. They just weren't perfect. So I went ahead and sanded it, body filled it, hit the body filler with this, followed up with 320, then followed up with 1,000 to get it where it is there. And once you get to this point, you want to get like a I forget what they call it, like a mineral, something, I don't know, like a wax and grease remover. I used this. It's like $6 at the parts store, and a sponge. I got this Duplicolor stuff here. Works great. So you want to start with that and a sponge and get it all, then hose it off, then hit it again, and hose it off again, and then you want to towel dry it and then let it dry completely. And then after that you want to get a deck of cards, and you're going to line the cards up. These ones were used, so I can't really use them again, but you take the cards and you stick them right here between the wheel all the way around. Actually, I got some cards in my pocket, I'll show you. You do this and it'll stay there. You do that all the way around, and then you don't have to tape the tire off. This will, as you can see, it covers the tire completely. So you do that, you lay down 3 even coats of primer. I use the sandable kind just in case I need to go back and hit some other areas. But the reason you want to use primer on wheels is because it's going to fill in a lot of the cracks that you don't see or can't feel. Sometimes people sand too rough. The primer will do a good job at filling that in. But once you get done with the primer, do 1 coat, light, 10 minutes to dry. Another kind of heavier coat, still light though, 10 minutes to dry, and then follow up with like a medium to high coat, 10 minutes to dry. Then move on to your color of choice. I used this because, like I said, I think it will pop with the silver on the car. And once you get it to where you want, like same thing, light coat, 10 minutes, heavier coat but still light, 10 minutes. And then you do, I do 2 heavy coats just to make sure I get all the color everywhere, like in all these little cracks and crevices. And then once you do that, let it dry 10 minutes between each coat. Follow up with your clear coat, and that's just going to be light coat 10 minutes, light coat 10 minutes, medium to heavy coat, 10 minutes and you're done. And then it should turn out something like this. Now, it's not perfect. There's some bubbling happening towards the middle, but honestly, they're wheels. If it was a paint job on a car, I'd be a little mad, but it's just wheels. They're going to get rock chips, they're going to be beaten up, and it's spray paint, so you can't really expect it to be perfect. But I will tell you, that looks a hell of a lot better than the ones that, or the way they looked when I bought them. And it's going to really look good on there, like, as long as it draws some attention to the wheel itself instead of these, because these draw the wrong kind of attention. Disgusting. And those are clean, believe it or not. I just can't get it any more clean than that. But that's all you got to do, really. It's that easy to paint wheels. If you guys have any questions or need some help doing it, just let me know. But like I said, this is the outcome right here. And with that being said, I'm hopefully going to be posting a lot more videos about the G. And I'm going to try to get my YouTube back up and running. I got my Harley now too, so we should be able to have some fun with that. But drop a like, leave a comment if you guys have any questions or you got some suggestions, and subscribe. And you guys have a great day.